Good evening, and thank you for joining us on Wyln News. Here's the final recap of our top stories from the final week.
The recent wintry weather has left an impact on Pennsylvania. While the heaviest snowfall of 2026 so far has passed, Pennsylvania residents are not finished with dealing with the lasting effects. From what meteorologists are looking into, Pennsylvania is being hit with Arctic air. Also later this week, there are expected flurries and snow showers. Only Tuesday and Wednesday are expected to have snowy weather, while the rest of the week is looking to be only cloudy. Yet the Arctic air will still linger and be the cause for remaining indoors. It is highly recommended, if not obligatory, to remove all snow from cars before traveling. Drivers need all the visibility they need with the help of their windshields. Even with the windshield clear, car roofs need all piled up snow removed, so none is blown off the highway, possibly blinding drivers from behind. To make the cleanup simple, keep cars covered up and have an ice scraper handy.
A Luzerne County man is facing a list of charges following a state police investigation into the abuse of an infant. Troopers from the Wilkes-Barre Criminal Investigation Unit were called to Geisinger-Danville Hospital in December after the 2-month-old was treated for several injuries such as multiple fractures, spinal injuries, internal bleeding, and head trauma. After reviewing video evidence from inside the home, investigators identified the child's father as 21-year-old Dalton Decker from Plymouth as the suspect. Police believe that the infant was assaulted multiple times over a 6-day span period at the home on East Poplar Street. Decker was charged on January 22nd with a list of offenses including aggravated assault, indecent assault involving a minor, strangulation, and endangering the welfare of a child following a consultation with the Luzerne County District Attorney's Office. The case remains under investigation, and court records will determine Decker's next court appearance. A Luzerne County man has been sentenced to prison for drug distribution that led to a death. On Tuesday, 38-year-old Christian Barnes of Honesdale was sentenced by United States District Judge Caroline Mihalchik for a conspiracy to distribute and possess with the intent to distribute fentanyl, resulting in serious bodily harm or death. On November 4, 2021, Barnes sold approximately 1.3 grams of fentanyl to then 41-year-old Jennifer Giuli of Luzerne, who then turned and sold half a gram to Brandon Douglas, according to the United States Attorney Brian D. Miller. Douglas was found dead in his father's home on East Walnut Street in Kingston, and an autopsy ruled that the cause of death was fentanyl and methamphetamine intoxication. Barnes and Giuli both pleaded guilty to drug delivery, resulting in death. On May 27, 2025, Giuli was sentenced to 240 months in prison by Judge Mihalchik. Barnes was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. The case was investigated by the Kingston Police Department as well as the FBI, and Assistant U.S. Attorney Jenny P. Roberts prosecuted it. For the last story of this segment, it is fitting having it be our final story, as the final note is quite bittersweet. Wyln TV 35 has been a local news network for at least 20 years. It has had numerous pieces of content. For the last 3 years, I have helped to provide counties like Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties receive some of the most informative news stories, and also there were entertaining talk show segments. Whether it would be hearing Luzerne County Manager Omilda Crocomo talk about updates on Luzerne County's government, Trooper and Officer Anthony Petrosky giving advice on being a lawful citizen, Community Engagement Manager Lisa Marie Halicki talk with doctors on various medical studies, Hazelton Art Director Mark Peterson talk about some exciting upcoming events for the Art League, and PA State Representative Dane Watrow updating everyone on our state's government. We showed some great football and basketball games, all thanks to the Hazelton area Cougars. It looks like things are going in a different direction, as Wyln has entered an agreement with Lighthouse TV, based in Allentown. According to Lighthouse TV manager Keith Blaisdell, the mission is to provide great content that enriches people's lives and is faith-filled. The programming is broad in range and appeal, and they'll take a daily look at world events through a Christian lens. I do indeed love the enthusiasm. Well, this has been Preston Endress, multimedia journalist at Wyln TV 35, signing off. Thanks for watching. Coming up on Wyln News, we check in with PA State Representative Dane Watrow on the final Watrow's Weekly Update. Plus, Wyln historian Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Hazelton Part 4. And stay right here on Wyln. Thanks for watching.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network, part of Jefferson Health. With LVHN Same Day, Next Day Cancer Care, you can get a video visit with a clinician within 48 hours following a cancer diagnosis. Learn more at lvhn.org/cancercare.
My name is Andy, and tomorrow is going to be sunny.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman. Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Attention, WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome to this final Watro's Weekly Update. I'm the host today, Preston Endress, and here with me is my good friend Dane Watro. Dane, what is up?
Oh, well, you said final Watro's Weekly Update. Kind of depressing.
Yeah, I'm sorry to that. Yeah, you
I
have to
know.
find out.
I understand, yeah. And I know usually every week before we go on here, we always say, hey, what do you want to talk about? And this just seems like the time's going to fly right by because there's a lot to talk about. First of all, WYLN, that's the biggest thing to talk about right now, and how thankful I am, Preston, of you, this great TV station, for the great work that you've done and the great coverage you got to share with the constituents within my district, with the good information that we get to try to put out there with LIHEAP, rent rebate, homeowners rebates, and all the good state programs out there. So the congratulations goes to you and WYLN for the great work, one of the top stations in the greater Hazleton area. So thank you for that. Next week we have a big week ahead of us in state government. We get to hear the governor's budget proposal. Like I said, it's just a proposal, but the state legislature gets to go ahead and tweak that and work on ways to go ahead and figure out what is the best for the citizens here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So I'm very interested to see what the governor has in his proposal. Hopefully it's not tapping into the rainy day fund or our reserves, because we do need that money to go ahead and make sure that God forbid if there is something drastic we have to work on, that we have the money there to do that. So that's the biggest thing going on next week. To move on to some other things, Preston, my head's in a fog right now just because I am very disappointed that this is coming to an end.
Yeah, this is, it came to quite a surprise to us too. But I just gotta say, I am happy for the connections that we've made here. I mean,
Yes.
let's see, whether it's me getting good police advice from Trooper Petrosky, or hearing good government stories from both you and Romilda Crocomo, or just hearing what the community has in store for us, especially with the Art League when Mark Peterson comes here
Person,
and of course my BFF Lisa Marie. Hey Lisa, if you're watching this, hi. But good Wellness Wednesday stuff. But ultimately, well, as a famous guy once said, life is like a box of chocolates.
Yeah. You know, I just want to get out there too to the listeners and the viewers on WYLN here. Best way to stay connected with state government is definitely on repwatro.com. That's repwatro.com. You can sign up for weekly email updates. I let the constituents know what I'm doing, how I'm working for them, places I'm visiting and touring, just to see how I could be of help to those communities, and most of all to your local communities, whether it's be a city, township, or boroughs that I represent, and them as well. So repwatcher.com, you scroll down, you can sign up for weekly email updates. I'm on almost every social media platform that there is.
They can see your Facebook too. Yeah.
Facebook, I think there's Instagram and X, I believe it's called.
I don't want to get into X or Twitter. I to be honest, what it's named, I don't care, not one bit.
Yeah, I try not to get too involved with that. I have somebody helping me out with it, thank God. But like I said, Facebook, I have a personal page, but then my legislative page, that's an important piece right there. Please click the like or add me as a friend. I'll be more than happy to go ahead and accept. Yeah, I want to get information out to the people. This was a great source to get that out there.
Yes.
But like I said, there's many other avenues. Repwatcher.com, sign up for my weekly email updates, and Facebook and Instagram and all that good stuff.
Yes. And before we go, you may have mentioned in earlier segments, but anything this year of 2026 that is worth mentioning coming up, or is it all just a box of chocolate for you?
Life is a box of chocolates, and I truly believe that. It's what you make of it. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on. I'll be having additional town hall meetings probably once a month to include in person and on the phone. Phone's been really successful. We've been having about 1,600 people participating in those telephone town halls, where when I do an actual one, I may have 15 people show up. People like to be in the comfort of their own home.
True.
But then there's an election year too, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, we'll see indeed.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, this has been Watro's Weekly Update. Nice bi-weekly thing here at, or is it bi-weekly thing here at WYLN, and well, it's been an honor.
It has been. Yeah. Yes, it has. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see. Will we? Okay.
We'll be seeing you around.
All right. And thanks for watching.
It's cold out there. Call S.J. Kowalski for the best products and solutions to help lower your energy costs and keep your family safe and comfortable this winter. Our professional team has unparalleled experience with all the latest innovative types of heating systems. We're a Lennox Premier dealer, installing high-quality equipment, providing the ultimate experience in comfort and climate control while being energy efficient. S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on Wyln TV 35.
Wyln TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Cooking rice just isn't nice. Hi, Chef Daniel Green here with Rice Robot, the 1, 2, 3 rice cooker. Watch, 1 add the white cup for rice, 2 add the blue cup for water, 3 click it and let Rice Robot perfectly cook it.
The secret is perfect cook technology that surrounds the rice with controlled heat for even cooking. Then Rice Robot senses when it's done, auto stops and keeps it warm to serve.
It won't burn, overcook or undercook, guaranteed.
And rice is just the beginning. Make mac and cheese, frittatas, oatmeals, soups and stews, even ramen dishes. And with a ceramic, ultra non-stick interior, cleanup's a breeze.
Get the complete Rice Robot cooking system with the steamer tray and 1, 2, 3 recipe guide, all for just $39.99. It comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. We'll even ship your entire order free. Order now.
1-800-640-8545.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
My name is Andy and tomorrow is going to be sunny.
Hazleton would join the drive-in craze sweeping the country in 1950 when the Laurel Drive-In opened on Route 309, the south side of the city. Operated by the Sacco family, who also owned the Motorview Drive-In near Nescapec, a capacity for 500 cars. The opening film of the drive-in, which began operations on June 24, 1950, was Mother Wore Tights. The Laurel Drive-In outlasted many of its contemporary drive-ins, but was forced to close in 2017 due to the lack of a digital projector, as had been mandated by the motion picture industries for all drive-ins at that time. The drive-in remains standing in place today, a ghostly reminder of the past to all who pass by. Hazleton was changing rapidly by the 1950s. Oil and cheaper fuels were starting to outpace coal, and the mines that sustained the city for decades were slowly going into death spirals. Then catastrophe struck in mid-August 1955. Hurricane Diane flooded many of Hazleton's mines beyond repair. The mining industry collapsed in the storm's aftermath, sending unemployment in the city up to a whopping 23%. Something had to be done, or the community would go under. And fortunately, a group of concerned Hazleton citizens took the initiative while there was still time. Led by prominent local doctor Edgar Aldeson, they formed an organization whose goal was to lure industrial businesses back to the Hazleton area. Calling themselves Can Do, later a reverse acronym to Community Area New Development Organization, they raised money through a Dime a Week campaign, in which interested Hazleton residents would tape dimes on the sidewalk along Broad Street to be collected by Can Do representatives. The $14,000 this and other drives raised would be enough for the organization to purchase 500 acres of land along Route 93, then designated Route 29, southwest of the city. An additional fundraiser brought in the $500,000 needed to build shell buildings on the site to attract clients. This hard work paid off. In 1957, General Foam became the first company to move into what became known as the Valmont Industrial Park. It will remain one of the park's main industrial tenants for almost 45 years. Other companies soon moved in, and Valmont Industrial Park revitalized the Hazleton area. Can Do did not rest on these laurels. The Humboldt Industrial Park opened in 1972, and the organization was instrumental in lobbying the Eisenhower administration to route Interstate 81 near Hazleton, with exits connecting to the industrial parks. This, and the subsequent opening of Interstate 80 to the north of the city, gave Hazleton the nickname the Crossroads of the East, from its positioning in these two major roads connecting to both the Deep South and the West Coast. These and other efforts by Can Do and other organizations led Hazleton to win the National Civic League's All-American City Award in 1964, recognizing communities whose citizens worked together to achieve wide-ranging positive results. While King Coal was dying a slow death by this time, the coal fields around the Hazleton area could still draw national attention. This would be the case beginning on August 13, 1963, in the village of Shepton, roughly 10 miles southwest of Hazleton proper. Miners Henry Throne, Dave Fellon, and Lou Bova had arrived for work that morning at the Fellon Coal Company, and around 8 o'clock were pushing a coal car they loaded up with anthracite up to the surface of the mine. Suddenly the roof caved in, burying the men 100 yards underground. Throne and Fellon quickly ran to a nearby chamber for safety, while Bova, believing another area nearby was safer, ran towards that. He was thus cut off from his colleagues in the cave-in. Throne and Fellon spent the next 5 days in total darkness, huddled together for warmth and 30-degree temperatures. They would occasionally have hallucinations during that time, including notably a vision of Pope John XXIII, who had died 2 months prior. Up on the surface, rescue crews could not reach the miners through the entrance shaft, as they feared doing so would trigger another cave-in, as well as the threat of coming into contact with poisonous carbon dioxide plumes. Upon the suggestion of Fellon's brother Joe, the rescue teams tried drilling boreholes down to the earth, hoping to find the men. On the 6th day, they miraculously bored into the chamber Throne and Fellon were entombed in and found them alive. They were unable, however, to locate Bova, who in all likelihood was long deceased by then. For the next several days, provisions were sent down to Fellon and Throne, while additional boreholes were dug, with equipment loaned from one of billionaire Howard Hughes' mine companies in Texas. The rescue efforts would gain international attention, with newspapers and television reporters devoting breathless coverage to the attempt to get the miners out safely. Finally, on August 27th, a borehole 17.5 inches wide was drilled down to the chamber. After Throne and Fellon were greased up and fit with parachute harnesses and football helmets, they were successfully lifted one at a time to the surface. They would spend a few days in the hospital before being released. Today, a monument over the mine memorializes Lou Bova, whose body remains entombed somewhere below the surface. Dave Fellon died in 1990 and rested in Shepton St. Joseph's Roman Catholic Cemetery. Henry Throne died in 1998 and rested in Hazleton's St. Gabriel's Roman Catholic Cemetery. St. Gabriel's High School closed in the early 1970s, but Catholic education still had a place in Hazleton. Bishop Hafey High School, named in honor of William Hafey, Bishop of the Diocese of Scranton from 1938 to 1954, opened in 1971 the city's Maple Manor section. Viking basketball being a notable source of pride for the school throughout its years, with the 1974-75 team coached by Cy Fulton winning the District 11 Class B championship. Bishop Hafey was closed by the Diocese of Scranton in 2007 due to declining Catholic school enrollment in the diocese. It was merged with Seton Catholic, Bishop Hoban, and Bishop O'Reilly High Schools into Holy Redeemer High School. The former Bishop Hafey building is now home to Maple Manor Elementary and Middle School. By the 1970s, changes in shopping trends had led to the rise of malls with the decline of downtown shopping. The trend would take root in the Hazleton area in 1973 when the Laurel Mall opened southwest of the city on Route 93. It was originally anchored by a Fowler Dick & Walker department store on its east end and a Zayre's on the west end. Other original tenants of the mall include an A&P supermarket, GNC, Hickory Farms, and a Ray and Derrick drugstore. Boscov's bought out the Fowler Dick & Walker chain in 1981 and subsequently converted the Laurel Mall location into a Boscov's. Similarly, the Zayres would become an Ames when the latter bought the Zayres chain in 1989. The Ames store would then be converted to a Kmart in 1994. In 1993, a North Wing was built onto the mall, with JCPenney serving as the anchor store for this edition. A Hoyt's Movie Multiplex opened the property in 1998. It has since become a Regal Entertainment Group cinema location. JCPenney closed in 2014 and was replaced with Dunham Sports. While many malls have declined in the decades since their heyday, victims of the rise of online shopping, the Laurel Mall remains in business and thrives today. Several Hazelton area residents have made their marks as big league coaches over the years. The city's basketball fans could cheer on the teams of Hubie Brown, who'd been born in the city in 1933. After several years as a high school coach and assistant for several universities, Brown reached his first head coaching position with the Kentucky Colonels of the ABA in 1974. When the ABA merged with the NBA in 1976, the Colonels were one of the teams that folded rather than join the combined league. Brown landed on his feet, however, as he would be named coach of the Atlanta Hawks that same year. He would have a solidly respectable 5-year run with the Hawks, reaching the playoff 3 times with the team. He then coached the New York Knicks from 1982 to 1987. This tenure would not be as successful, owing in part to major injuries to stars Bernard King and Patrick Ewing. After leaving the Knicks, Brown took up a career in broadcasting, working for first CBS and then TNT. After a 16-year hiatus from the bench, Brown was hired by the Memphis Grizzlies in 2002. He led the team to its very first playoff appearance in his second season, but was forced to resign due to age and health concerns on Thanksgiving Day 2004. Brown then returned to the broadcast booth, this time for ABC, where he called games through 2025. On the baseball diamond, in the meantime, Joe Madden has provided Hazelton's baseball fans with many memories as well. Born in the city in 1954, Madden had a reasonably solid minor league career, primarily in the Angels system. He joined the Major League Angels coaching staff in 1994 and remained there for the next 11 years, primarily as the team's bench coach. He would hire as manager of the Tampa Bay Rays in 2006 and led them to the World Series in 2008, where they lost to the Philadelphia Phillies. He remained in Tampa Bay through 2015, when he was hired by the Chicago Cubs. The following year, Madden was in charge of the Cubs teams that finally broke the franchise's century-old World Series drought. He remained with the Cubs through 2019 and then returned to the Angels. His manager stint in Los Angeles would not be as successful as his previous stops, and he was fired in 2022. Madden has frequently returned to the Hazelton area for charitable events over the years.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. On January 21st, 2026, Triple J licensee of WYLN-CD Channel 26, Hazleton, PA, W36EY-D Channel 36, Berwick, PA, and W09DB-D Channel 9, Williamsport, PA, filed an application with the Federal Communications Commission for assignment of license. Members of the public wishing to view this application or obtain information about how to file comments and petitions on the application can visit publicfiles.fcc.gov and search in the WYLN-CD public file.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Hello, I'm Wyln historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.